Do you love Pokemon so much that you'd spend over $100,000 in order to get all these different Pokemon cards and in the process lose your job over it? Well, I haven't, but this guy has. So a few days ago, a man in Iowa named Mitch Williams was served to 4 months in federal prison because he committed fraud with his company credit card and he spent all that money on Pokemon cards and video games. The first thing I'm gonna ask is, why? If you spent over 100K on stuff like Pokemon cards and video games, I would probably assume that you did not spend half the money on the video games. I'm sure he spent most of that stuff on actual Pokemon cards. And if he actually spent that much money as he said, then he probably did not get any hits whatsoever. He just kept getting repeats of probably stuff like Pidgey and Weedle for all we know. Now this mastermind was able to keep his scheme under wraps for about a year. And the way he did this was he would falsify receipts and he would mischaracterize the charges as fraudulent in order to make sure that no one could figure out what he was doing. I was just surprised to see that the FBI got on this. You would think they'd have other stuff that's more important right now, like the Roblox stuff with all these child predators and gooners trying to ruin society as they are. But nope. Their whole priority is making sure that companies don't get scammed out of their money from Pokemon cards. They jumped on that shit faster than scalpers at a Costco whenever a new Pokemon card set comes out. Now, he didn't just buy Pokemon cards and gaming items, he also bought prepaid gift cards, which still, I don't think that would cover the costs. Usually with gift cards, you can only get up to, I think, maybe like $100 to $500, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know what the hell he was doing. Now, from what I've experienced and what I've seen in other cases, if you're buying a bunch of prepaid gift cards, usually the banks would, flag that down. Because whenever you buy a bulk thing of prepaid cards, it's usually the same trend that scammers use. They get you on the phone and they say you have to get these prepaid Google cards or these Google Play cards, stuff like that, but they have you get the gift cards, you redeem them, they get your money. It's a pretty common tactic that they use. So I don't know how he got away with doing that for pretty much a whole year. I guess maybe he spaced them out, but I couldn't tell you. I'm not that guy. I'm not that corporation who is keeping a tab on everything, which honestly, I don't know why they waited so long to say something. If there's a bunch of charges on there that are, mismanaged or maybe fraudulent that he reported, you would think that they would maybe step in sooner and say, like, maybe there's a little trend going on here. Maybe we should see what this guy's doing. But to go as far as spend as much as buying a house, basically, on Pokemon cards, it's just almost unheard of. Usually you'd see the people who buy these kind of things are, like, top streamers or celebrities who just get a part of the craze and buy all the stock because they can afford it. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think this guy got any good hits like a Rainbow Charizard or anything like that. I think if he was smart enough, he would probably sell all the duplicates that he had and use that to pay off the debt regardless. I just think he was collecting just for the sake of collecting. And in the real world, we call those people addicts. Now, since being sentenced, he has also had to pay back $146,000 in restitution, and he's actually going to be serving 3 years of supervised release once his 4-month sentence ends in jail. Imagine getting released from jail after committing a big fraudulent scheme like that, but now you're gonna have to be supervised, so maybe he can't go out to a Target or a GameStop anytime soon to buy Pokemon cards, or else he's gonna relapse and commit the same crime again. That would be fucking funny. I'm gonna cover most of the grounds here. He could have potentially been collecting for the sake of collecting for himself, but I do have another theory about what was probably going through his mind. Now, what I'm assuming this guy's big plan is he probably saw the whole scalper trend and he thought that he could make a lot more money if he spent as much money as he did. So what I'm thinking happened is he probably bought a bunch of packs, but he probably never opened them. They haven't really said anything about that. I don't think he actually spent some money on packs for himself. I think what he did was he just probably bought a bunch of them because he knew he could and was probably trying to turn a profit by selling a bunch of unopened packs to the highest buyer, and that way he can probably make 5 times what he spent on them, which, like I said in previous videos about Pokemon, that's not how it works. Turnover pay whenever you're scalping Pokemon cards is not high. It's very rare in some cases, and even those cases are really slim. So I don't think he was thinking properly about this. But now this man is being put away for his crimes, and the world is probably a safer place. I can't say the same thing about other situations that the FBI could have done, but hey, we at least got one guy off the streets. We can protect our Pokemon cards for another day. So good job, FBI, you put the wrong guy away. But yeah, I don't know, I thought this was funny, and I know I've been kind of talking about Pokemon these last few videos, but I just think it was a really funny topic not to talk about. Yeah, other than that though, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, hope y'all enjoyed. Let me know what y'all think, and if you want to continue some more conversations like that, I'm streaming here and on Twitch almost every day, so come on and join the fun. We talk, game, and I'll give you more love than your mother ever will. So thank you for watching, hope y'all enjoyed. I'll talk to you later. See ya.